Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. So today I've created this look using the Huda Beauty palette. So starting off with my MAC paint pot in soft ochre of course, and just popping that all over the lid to help with any discoloration and to help my eyeshadow stay. And if you're wondering why my lips are a little bit puffy and bruised, well I did get them filled yesterday and they're very swollen at the moment, but they will go down. Then taking the Huda Beauty textured eyeshadow palette and using the shade Bay, just popping that all over just to set that primer. Then taking Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek and just placing that through the crease just to add a little bit of a transition shade. Then taking Chickadee, also from Makeup Geek, and just popping that on my transition and just slowly building up that colour through the crease, keeping it nice and warm as well. Then taking Sandalwood from the Huda Beauty palette. I don't know why I use so many different colours to build up my transition, but anyway, we'll go with it. I didn't really know what I was doing with this eye look today. I kind of just played around and this is what I came up with. Then taking the shade Henna and just popping that also through the crease and on the outer V section, just blending that upwards and outwards. Then taking Man Eater and also just popping that in the same spots just to build up that outer V and just give a little bit more red tone to the shade. Then just taking a fluffier blending brush and just blending all those shades together so they're a little bit more seamless. Then taking the Rose Gold shade from the Huda Beauty palette. I don't really know if I like these foiled shadows. They're very chunky and you definitely have to use your finger because they've got like a weird sticky sort of weird powder sort of thing, so you kind of have to use your finger, otherwise it just doesn't stick. Taking the shade Cocoa and just popping that just on the outer V with the end of my Anastasia Beverly Hills brush that came with the Modern Renaissance palette, and then just blending those two together. And adding a little bit of black truffle just also on the outer V just to give a little bit of definition. And then I took black truffle again on a eyeliner brush and just used that to create sort of like a wing type thing. I'm a really big fan of using eyeshadows at the moment. It's so much easier to use and they just blend out so nicely. Then I just sort of smudged it along the lash line and then just on the outer V to give it sort of like a smoky effect. Then just taking some micellar water on a cotton pad and just cleaning up the eyes. And just coating my lashes with the Perversion Urban Decay Mascara. Now using the Dodo lashes, I think they are the D109 or something like that. So these got sent to me, and I also have a discount code for you guys, which is just Kirby Charlotte X, so just my Instagram name, and you can use that at the checkout, and I think you get about 5% off, but they're really super cheap anyway. And then taking my face base from Bobbi Brown and just applying that all over the face. Best stuff ever. If you guys don't have this, you need to go out and get it because it is worth the pennies. And taking the Naked Skin concealer in the green shade, I guess, and just popping that all over my blemishes. I've had a major breakout this week, which is so annoying, and then yeah, just blending that out with a beauty blender. Now taking the Tarte Amazon Clay foundation and the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector and just mixing those two together. So I'm using the shade Champagne Pop for the liquid illuminator and then Tan Honey for the Tarte Clay foundation. And first I'm just applying the liquid illuminator just underneath my foundation just to give it a little bit of extra glow, and then I did mix them together as well. just taking the Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Light Neutral and just popping that under my eyes and all the other places where I usually highlight. And then just blending that out with a beauty blender. Actually, probably should get a new beauty blender. This one's pretty gross. But if anyone has any recommendations on how to clean them and make them super duper clean, let me know. Then of course taking my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and using that on a Real Technique sponge and just popping that underneath my eyes. Then taking Sandalwood from the Huda Beauty palette and just popping that underneath my eyes and then just building up underneath with all the same shades as usual. And just buffing away all that fake and then just setting the rest of the face with the translucent powder also. Then taking my NARS Laguna bronzer and just applying that, and it was a Weaver Luxe cheek brush, I think it is, and just applying that all over. And then I'm going to contour with the Hoola Benefit bronzer today and just applying that all over the cheeks and giving a little bit more definition. And taking my MAC blush in Peach or something like that and then just applying that with a Weaver brush as well. And then just cleaning up underneath that bake with a Real Technique sponge again, and yeah, just giving that a nice and neaten up. Then just coating my bottom lashes as well with the Perversion mascara just to give it a little bit more something extra. Then taking the Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Nicole, I can't even pronounce her last name, so I'm not even going to attempt it. And I use the shade for the colour, I don't even know, Forever Young and Glow Getter, and just using that on an Anastasia highlighter brush as well. And I am in love with this palette. I love it so much. I definitely rate it. Go and get it. Then taking the Huda Beauty lip liner in the shade Flirt and just applying that all over my puffy, swollen lips. And then taking the Huda Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade Flirt also and just applying that all over the lips. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!